god, that was fucking confetti. Congratulations! That was such a shit attempt. You've just unlocked getting jacked on easy mode. Let's go, man. This is big. I had like 3 attempts of this confetti thing and they just like kept not working. This system I use to gain muscle while I've been super busy over the past 5 years as a business owner specifically has been integral for keeping my physique like looking good and also helping my business. Like we're gonna go through a few different ways that getting jacked has actually helped my business. Focusing on your health, of course, is important, but like what are some other side benefits? They're actually all on this video, which I made below where you can look at all the benefits. I'll link this if you haven't watched it already. It's massive. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. This system is something I stumbled across while I was working on my business as a PT and now I'm a gym owner. So this was my original progress from when I like started training to getting jacked. But this was the progress I made. So I had a bit of a fall off during my business transition because I was working so much and I fully neglected my health for a while. So I got to this point, went back to this point, and then got back to this point. It was a very roundabout journey. And this was because I was way too focused on my business. So yeah, it's still a pretty decent physique, but that was only just like the residue of what I had already built over the last couple years. So yes, I'm a PT, but mainly my heart is in business, is building something that helps other people. I don't really give a fuck about my physique as much. Like obviously I do, it's massive to me, but the main reason I wanted to keep my physique was so I could market my business through my physique. So I had to find a way where I could focus on business because that was my main priority, but I could also still have a physique that still brought in customers because I wanted to look good. Because as a PT, your physique is your billboard. So I had to find a way I could focus on my business while still being at least relatively jacked. And it was hard, man. It was very hard because you feel like you need to do all these things. You feel like you need to spend so much time. You feel like you need to track every single gram of rice you're having. You don't even need to track calories. I'm telling you right now, you don't need to train 6-7 times a week. That wasn't meant to be a joke. There's a way that you can get these results and focus on your business. Not only that, level up your business, like with all these benefits, you can watch in the video below, all while doing less than what these fitness influencers are saying, which they can give this shit advice, by the way, and they can actually even practice this bad advice because most of them are on steroids. Of course, you're gonna be on steroids if you're fucking in this game. If you're not using performance enhancing drugs, technically you're behind. But my competitive advantage is I'm the only one not on them and I still look crazy. You know what I mean? Like I can't be on them because I box. I get tested. And because I want to make this journey achievable for the average person. So I don't get on things the average person can't get their hands on, or the average person can't sustain, or has the mental bandwidth to try learn everything about. And this system is all based on leverage, which is a massive word if you're a business owner. You know what leverage is getting more out than what you put in. I usually say I love leverage because I'm busy, but really it's honestly because I've been like lazy since birth and I just want to get the most for nothing. And there's a way you can do it. It's with this system. So by the end of this video, you're gonna have, or at least know how to get more muscle, time, energy, confidence, aura, knowledge on what really matters with your fitness, money because of all of the above. All of this stuff is gonna help you get more money, of course, if you're in business or if you do any kind of work. And self-respect. If you see yourself as a high-performing person, but you don't have a healthy body, the thing you walk around in every day, but yeah, cool, I'm making a little bit of money, you're a slave and you're not going to respect yourself. You're going to respect like one aspect of yourself, but we need to get a bit more holistic with it. We need to get you jacked, okay? We're going to have less confusion around fitness, less body fat, you fat pig, less wasted time, less stress and worry about what to do, because I'm going to make it super clear and cut out all the bullshit advice that everyone's giving you, because most of the shit you're thinking right now, and the reason you haven't done anything, is because you're too worried about 80% of the bullshit, the shiny shit, that actually doesn't even give you results anyway. People make this so confusing, especially fitness influencers, because they make money off it. And we're going to get rid of that self-consciousness because we're just going to make your fitness journey dead easy. Cool? So people love shiny things. You know this. I love shiny things. We all love shiny things. It's natural. Unfortunately, it's usually shiny, like normal fitness advice is usually shiny because people haven't focused on it for a long period of time before. Do you want to know why they haven't focused on it for a long period of time? It's because if they do, it doesn't work. And then it comes around like fashion trends. Like keto diet will come back in fashion, the Mediterranean diet will come back in fashion, veganism, vegetarianism, all of these like confusing things, science-based lifting, this. All of this will come back in fashion at some point, and then everyone's gonna hop on the train again because it's shiny again. But the reason it wasn't there for a long period of time is because it didn't work in the first place, or it didn't get everyone the results they were promised or expected. So this is probably you right now. You're this fish looking at this shiny thing while everyone else is like locked in. And this is all gonna be based on the 20% of systems. So the shiny things are usually the 80% of things that don't give you any results, or they might even give you just 20% of the results, but people promise more than that. They promise that these things are gonna give you insane results. But really, it's the 20% of things that give you 80% of the results. The Pareto principle, what a guy, love the guy. But if you actually want to make 80% of the results, you need to learn to get excited and work really fucking hard on the 20% of shit that already matters. You can see this fish is jacked because he's focused on the rock. It's been there, everyone ignores it because it's boring, they've seen it before. Eat properly, train hard, a couple times a week for a long time. There's a little bit more to this that I'm gonna get into, and how to actually like make it easy for you and actually maybe even be exciting for you. Like, see how excited this guy is? Look, he's jacked, of course he's gonna be excited. So this is the fish principle. So right now, like we said before, you're probably the 80% fish focused on the shiny object. I put this in my last video, you can watch that in the description. Carb loading, periodization protocols, 4,000 supplements, grounding mats, blue light blockers, all this bullshit, quinoa. It's not gonna get you the results that you're actually looking for. Instead, we're looking at the jacked fish. Do you like this guy? Look at him. You! Who's focused on the 20%, which is the boring shit. Consistent discipline, a simple training split that he sticks to for a long period of time, and a diet that actually helps his energy levels and isn't too confusing so he can sustain it for a long period of time. Wow. Jackson, that's crazy. I know. So we got two main systems we're gonna be applying the 20% principle to, a nutrition system and a training system. We're gonna start with the nutrition system. Just fucking juked you just then. This is my favorite photo because it is one that I took first of all, and I'm really good at photography clearly. But the main thing is what is here perfectly describes the 20% of things. There's like 5 ingredients in this picture. What we have here and why this meal is so good for you is because it's simple. It's simple for your body to digest, first of all. It's not complicated for you to make, so it's easy on your own brain. And it's all things that actually boost testosterone and give you more energy. Wow, awesome, cool. Eggs, mince, rice, avocado, blueberries, strawberries. 5 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 things. And this seems like a lot of food, right? Whereas you look at this little baby cheeseburger, look how many ingredients this thing has. All the things in red are shit for you, by the way. Boom, 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 boom. You don't even know what half of these things are, and it's just super complicated. The main point of the nutrition system is to keep your diet simple so you don't overthink it, first of all, so that you can spend more brain energy focused on your business, but also the foods that we are going to eat are going to help improve your hormone levels, your energy levels, so that you can work harder, stay focused for longer. Boom. And get more muscle, because this shit isn't going to help you get muscle. It's going to make you fat, fuck up your brain, fuck up your energy, so you don't even want to train. Wow. I've got a little doc that we use for my clients, the Get Big Quick Meals directory, so that you can bulk without actually getting fat and messing up your brain. But we're gonna focus on the rules and guidelines, focus on clean fuel. Running dirty doesn't work long term, like these dirty bulks that all these fitness influencers use, Sam Select, all these things. They can do this, man, because they're on fucking steroids, okay? That's the only reason it works for them. If you're not on steroids, probably don't do it. Running dirty doesn't work long term. You start getting acne, you start getting brain fog, you can't focus on your work. You know this, it's a universal law, quick results, things that come quick usually aren't fucking good for you. I like this rule here, keep a massive emphasis on protein and fats over carbs. You can have carbs to fuel your workouts, but I'm just not gonna complicate this for you right now. The more carbs you have, the more brain fog you get, especially if they're all these like complex, confusing type carbs that are in shit like this. They give you brain fog, they ruin your work, and they make you feel like shit. If you focus on protein and fats, they're super simple. Steak, eggs, avocado, butter, over these complicated carbs, croissants, burgers, whatnot. Your brain's gonna be running better so that you have more focus for work, and you're gonna make more progress with your physique. Cool. The next section is about good ingredients, which are gonna be the main focus. Single ingredient healthy foods. So this main whole premise is based on whole foods. All of these are whole foods. They're single ingredient foods that don't have anything extra in them. What's on the ingredient list on the back of an egg? Nothing, it's an egg. Rice is rice, avocado is avocado, blueberries are blueberries, strawberries are strawberries. Cool? This is where shops, and they're actually just advertisers, they're not even supermarkets at this point. They're just marketers. They use certain words and terminologies to try hook you in, and we're gonna try avoid that. There's a bunch of egg stuff up here because I love eggs. Cage-free, caged eggs, barn-laid are all scams for this, pretty much the same thing. They just mean shit quality eggs. Fat-free, marketers use this word because fat has a negative connotation to it, but fat's actually good for you. Like avocado is very good for your brain. Having healthy fats is good for your brain function. Cool. High protein, you shouldn't have to advertise this. They don't put high protein on the back of a steak because a steak is just like high protein. They don't need to advertise it. If they have to advertise it, it's because they put a bunch of chemicals in it and it's cheap and shit for you. So this is the 20% nutrition system. Whole foods, foods that don't have an ingredient list on them, mainly protein, and that will give you about 80% of the results from there. Anything extra is like overcomplicating it, and we don't want to go there because we need to save our brain for work. Cool, on to the next thing. You need a super simple, effective training system. We're not going to get super complicated with a bunch of science-based lifting terminologies. We need a system that we can run at least 4 times a week, which should be easy enough for you to fit in maybe a 30, even 45-minute session 3 times a week. If you checked your screen time, you could probably shave off a bit of that. And during these sessions, we're going to focus on something called compound lifts, where we target multiple muscle groups at once so that we can make the most out of a short period of time. If we spent 1 minute just doing bicep curls, all we're gonna work in that 1 minute is the bicep. But if we spent 1 minute doing heavy barbell rows, you get in the back, rear delt, biceps, multiple muscle groups at once for efficiency. We're not here to fuck around, we're here to get the most out of a short period of time. There's a few rules we need to focus on with the training system. Failure. Failure is the key to success. If you're not hitting failure multiple times every single session, you're limiting your progress. Pushing your body so much so to the point that you can't even lift the weight up anymore, that's when your body actually signals to grow muscle, and that's what we want to focus on. Boom, cool. Get a training partner. This is one of the easiest hacks to like stay accountable. The accountability of someone making sure you're training when you said you would, as hard as you said you would, as well as the competitive aspect of like training with a friend is massive. And these are the simple progression rules. This is called progressive overload. If you don't know what that is, super simple. Find a weight you can do 7 to 8 reps of. So if you're doing barbell rows, if you can do 60 kilos 8 times, pick that up, do that 8 times, 2-3 sets. Keep lifting that every single session. You'll start getting stronger and more tolerant to that weight. After a couple sessions, you can now do that weight for 12 reps. Boom, I'm busting out 60 for 12 now, not 8 anymore. Cool, that's wild. Now what do? Now you find a weight that you can do 7 to 8 reps of again. You start the cycle again. Maybe it's 70 kilos now, maybe it's 80. You pick that weight up, keep lifting that every session, get stronger and more tolerant, and now you can do that weight for 12 reps. Wow. Go through this cycle as many times as you can with every single exercise, all of these compound lifts that we're gonna focus on. Here is a list of compound lifts if you wanna focus on lower body. If you want to focus on upper body, dips, push-ups, pull-ups, rows, all things that hit multiple muscle groups at once for time efficiency. And these are the big 4. These are the massive ones that hit a bunch of things at once. Squats, deadlifts, flat bench press, as well as overhead press and barbell rows. If you need help with any of these exercise choices, there's a link in the description where we can talk. Just book a call. We'll go through like a full health analysis to see where you're at right now, to see if you need a bit more help, and we can help you change your physique, help your business like we did with these guys, like I did myself, and analyze your personal situation a bit more, because everyone's gonna have different things that they're doing right now that they might not know is the 80%, and things in the 20% that they're not focusing on as much as they should. So if you wanna get jacked on easy mode today, book a call, first link in the description. If not, just keep watching a bunch of the videos, get a bit more knowledge around it, see how that goes for a little while, and then feel free to chat whenever. It's a free call, by the way. Anyway, see you later. Welcome back. Because people haven't focused it. Unfortunately, it's usually shiny because people haven't focused. Fucking hell. Fuck, this is tough, man. Fuck.